scary house. When we was little.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. He all right? Okay, I'm going up in too.
Hey, we back on. I don't think that's suitable.
Yeah. Well, would you like your chair back?
You can move that. Yeah. You can.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Yeah. Pull that panel all the way up right there.
This your page right here?
Yeah, that's his page. All right, y'all. We back on YouTube. Back on YouTube. Y'all forgive us.
Crap.
Y'all forgive us and what it is. Hey, you say, boy, people looking at you like you going off.
Yeah,
Hey, but if you had a kufi on your head, they wouldn't have said nothing.
Oh, I'm going off, y'all.
Yeah,
for real? For real?
Nah, man.
But y'all been sitting there for what, 2.5 hours looking at Mally, you know what I'm saying, with one on his head.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
The regalia.
Yeah.
Have you peeped the regalia? Yeah, this ain't Hamite garments, man. That's a menorah, and it's 7. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 7 branch. It's not a 9. It's not a 9 or 8. So yeah, we back on for my Facebook family. We back on YouTube. Honor Humility STL. We're going to 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter. We just read 2 Corinthians 6, 1 through 10. We're going to 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter. This is the seed amongst stones, the seed in stony places. You understand? And it's about having fair weather faith or being a fair weather Israelite. You understand? That's not what this thing is about. This thing is about telling our people what the truth is, even if it puts you in an inconvenience or even if you're in a situation. You understand? That's against you. 2nd Ezra 7. Yeah, 1 through 14.
Ooh, I am going to get my Latin on. Mally got like that original stuff, bro.
No, them Roman numerals, but the VII.
No, I'm talking about the writing.
Yeah.
No U's, V's. All right. So we're in 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me an angel, which had been sent unto me the nights before, the nights of fore.
Yeah.
And he said unto me, Up, Ezra, and hear the words that I am come to tell you. And I said, Speak on, my God, my power. Then said unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, and it might be deep and great, but put and cast the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea and look upon it and rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the board?
That's a good question. That's a good question. You see what it said? If he don't go through the narrow, how can he come into the broad or the wide places? Right? If you don't go through something that's against you, how could you ever receive that which the Most High has laid up for you? That's what it's saying. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things.
Yeah.
The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left hand a deep water. And only, I'll read that again, verse 8. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man go there at once.
So there's a city to be inherited, but it's a very thin path. It's a very thin path. You understand? City to be inherited, a very thin path on it, right? And only one man can go on at one single file line. Water on one side, fire on one side. But in order to inherit this city or to conquer this city, you must pass the danger that is set before you. You understand? All right, come on, Hebrew.
If the city now were given unto a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive Yes, inheritance.
You never pass
Oh,
if you never pass the danger, how can you receive your inheritance? How can you get the payoff? You understand? If you never go through your trials.
Whole point.
You know what I'm saying? If you never go through the tribulation, how could you inherit that which was set up for you before the foundation of the world?
So it made sense that Christ even went through.
Yeah, make all the sense in the world. All right? Make all the sense in the world.
He got to be worthy. He became the author of his salvation by all those things that he obeyed. Yeah,
real talk. So in order for you to inherit that, you must be willing to go through the danger, go through the tribulation, go through the trials, man. Don't let anybody see if you're around anybody and everything they do is to bring a bucket of water to the situation. All he does is water it down, man. You feel me? He's doing you a disservice. You feel me? That's a disservice to be politically correct, man. People need to know what it is. You feel me? So they know how to order their steps aright, or order their steps in the word of the Heavenly Father, man. We need the pure, unadulterated truth. Messiah was not being politically correct. You understand? Messiah was not being politically correct. None of the prophets were, none of the disciples. If they were, they wouldn't have been getting locked up. You don't lock up Mr. Rogers. You don't lock up. Would you be my neighbor? Somebody that comes in the spirit that's not a threat. You don't lock people up like that. You don't stone people like that. You understand? You don't hold a garrison. You don't hold a garrison for people like that. You don't hang brothers like that. You feel me? You hang those that are a threat to your establishment. That's what this is. That's what this is. The gospel is anti-Roman. That means it's anti-American, man. There's no getting around it. All right, what else to say? What verse you in?
I'm in verse 10.
2nd Ezra chapter 7 in the Apocrypha. Read that verse 9 again, though, because that was powerful.
Back to verse 9.
Yeah.
All praise. You ain't lying. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive the inheritance?
How shall they receive the inheritance if he never passed the danger?
That's before.
That's before it. How? So apply it to yourself. How will you ever receive the kingdom if you never endure tribulation?
Same thing. You go buy a house, you got to go through the credit reports, the financial statements, the tax statements. I mean, it ain't the same thing, but basically I'm saying in order to obtain the house, you got to go through something. You just can't walk in and say, I want that house. Here's the key. Have a good one. Next.
You're going to have to go through something. And look, it's like that what you're saying in life. No matter what you want, don't you got to go through something? All right, come on now.
Verse 11. Because for their sakes, I made the world. And when Adam transgressed.
Hold on. He said something about Israel's portion. Go back up to 10. I don't think you finished that. But so is Israel's portion.
Oh, like yeah, we did finish. My bad, Israel. Verse 10 again. I'm ready half of it. And I said, it is the Lord. Then said unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Even so is Israel's portion. Israel's portion is the what? Past the danger that is set before them so we can what? Inherit our kingdom. Even Israel's portion. That's why Israel in and out of slavery. That's why Israel is being gunned down in the streets and being defamed, slandered. That's why. That's right. Israel's portion is what? To pass the danger set for them so they can inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. That's powerful. Come on now.
Verse 11. Because for made narrow, full of sorrow and travail, they are but feet of pearls and very painful.
They are what? Say it again about it.
Full of pearls and very painful.
What? This world right here?
Yeah.
It's very painful.
Once Adam did that, the world was made narrow, full of sorrows, and they but few and evil, full of perils, and for the entrances, elder, and immortal.
You see, we fail from what? The place of immortal fruit. The Garden of Eden, paradise. Huh? You didn't, in other words, Adam and Eve didn't have paradise. They were
elder word.
right, come on now.
If then they that live but not wait,
if you don't,
it was
work able to enter in, never receive the kingdom. You could never receive it. What verse was that?
That was 14.
All right, that's it for that. Let's get back into it. Let's give me Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter. That's a short chapter, real short. A few verses. Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter is where we going next. I pray everybody's getting understanding. If you getting understanding, put a 9 up in the building. Put a 9 up in the building, up in the chat. If you getting understanding. Oh Lord, y'all. Hey, y'all know how this is, man. YouTube be tripping. We got a strong internet connection and everything. I don't even understand what it is. So we even did what we had to do. We got our virus protections and got our computers wiped and did all type of stuff. You understand? So it's just part of what it is. We don't give up easy though. Glory and honor, y'all getting a 9. Okay. So the seed in stony places, we are not to be fair weather Israelites. We are not to have fair weather faith, man.
Be prepared to endure your dangers, your tumults, your persecutions, your imprisonments, your death. The elder world, it was wide open. But our forefathers, which now you can't even blame Adam. Well, you can, but Adam at this point, you still was given a choice. You know what I'm saying? The Most High played so far, you can't even get around. You can't point the finger back at God no more. Because he said, choose ye this day, life or death, blessings or curses.
Yeah.
So if you walking the way you walking and you at where you at, pretty much you got yourself stuck. Now, it's one thing to say, okay, well, as a child, I did this. Well, I had no choice. My mama told me, my daddy told me, my auntie told me. You know, we understand that. But I'm telling you, I personally believe that the Most High throw things at you at certain times to wake you up. Will you wake up? Before you got this truth, that wasn't the first time you heard that you weren't supposed to eat pork. The first time you got this truth, it wasn't the first time you heard the Sabbath day was Saturday. The first time you got this truth, you did not hear for the first time you're supposed to keep the commandments of God. Verse what they tell you the law is done away with. The first time you ever heard that Jesus was a black man wasn't when you got in this truth. You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, I personally believe, it's me speaking as a man based on the knowledge that I have, is that the Most High dropped jewels on you along your way because he knew you. He had already called you. But you got to choose life or death, man. You know what I'm saying? In that day, you want to say, well, Lord, you sent that mother on me and them cops locked me up. He said, well, yeah, I sent you this brother who told. All I'm saying is, the Most High been telling you a long time. You know, what no niggas dealing with Christmas and all the niggerdom. You feel me? The niggerdom niggas wasn't saying. You did not think no white man came to your African continent with no damn reindeer and a damn, just turned another year or two. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me and set me upon my feet. And I heard him.
Because you've been the most